Hello and welcome back. Let's start commodities now, where you have seen some decline come in for the precious metal space. Yesterday was a good day. You saw the prices running up. It's flat on gold prices, while silver is down nearly 0.5%. So we have come back from $22 plus kind of levels for silver prices. But it continues to hold quite firm in the Indian prices. So gold is holding above 30,000 rupees for gold, and the silver price is also at 47,000. That really seems to be holding as a strong support for both of these commodities. The energy space in the meanwhile has seen some pressure come in because of the natural gas. That has declined 11% in the markets yesterday and has continued to be on the weaker side today as well. More than 4% down, excuse me, on your screens, and that's the kind of reaction you have seen the crude oil prices also continue to give. Let's get on board then. Renisha Chinani, she's commodity analyst, capital markets at Edelweiss, and she joins us live on the show. Renisha, hi, welcome. First of all, what's your sense coming in for energy, the kind of profit taking there?
Hi Manisha, the natural gas movement that we saw yesterday was a terrible one and nobody expected it. The trigger that had sell-off in the market was first the March contract expiry that is going to expire today. Other was that CME raising margins on natural gas contract. So these were the two triggers we saw profit booking coming in the market. But I would advise investors to stay away from this natural gas future for a day today, as the expiry is there, and after we have a proper price that has come in for the expiry, from tomorrow onwards one could trade. So risk averse should definitely avoid this commodity. There could be a high volatility even seen today, but risk takers could take a small buy position here. I think after such a sell-off there could be somewhat short covering that would come in, so a small buy could be initiated around 290, and here on the upside we could see the targets of 295 kind of levels in the March contract.
Fair point, Renisha. We have come back all the way from those 400 kind of marks to 330 on your screen. So quite a sharp decline in last 24 hours coming in for the natural gas prices. Renisha, also how would you look at the gold and silver, because there is some consolidation here. We are off the kind of highs that we saw for the current month itself, but Indian prices are holding firm. So how would you trade?
Gold and silver prices have seen a very good run up, but as we do not have much economic data that was released yesterday and even today, so they are lacking some interest, but overall sentiment is still positive. I think gold would head higher towards $1,350 to $1,360 in this week, and even silver, it has cleared the important resistance of $22. So on the higher side, $23 is on the cards for this week. If you look at the domestic levels, I think gold could head higher towards 30,400 in this week. For intraday also, I would recommend to buy above 30,150 for the target of 30,300. Even silver looks bullish after a strong run up. We have seen somewhat profit booking coming in, and again the rally could start now. So 47,600 to 700 should be taken as a buying opportunity for the targets of 48 to 48,200 for the intraday levels.
Renisha, since you have a buy call on both gold and silver, where do you see a better opportunity going forward in sense of returns?
If we talk about intraday, I would say that silver would be a better bet, because after the run up we have seen a profit booking, and again prices have started rising, and it has most importantly broken the important resistance of $22. So $23 and $25 is on the cards definitely within next few days. So better bet would be silver for me. For domestic prices, I'm expecting silver to touch around 50,000 kind of levels in few days to come.
50,000 rupees on silver prices in the days to come. Renisha, also how are you looking at the base metal space, because the cues that have been coming in from China have not been so supportive, but on the other side the Shanghai inventories also have been on the rise. You have seen a decline in the US dollar, so there really is a lot of pull and push coming in for the sector.
Yes, base metals have been on a back foot from past few days, and China's economic numbers are not supporting. Even yesterday we saw news coming in that China's industrial banks and other unidentified banks have stopped lending to the industrial sectors companies. So this is a negative for base metals pack. And on the other side, we have seen that Shanghai inventories are continuously rising. For copper, it has risen around 9% in this last few days. So this is keeping a cap on the prices. Definitely prices are on the downside from past few days, and I think this downtrend would continue for the time being for next 2-3 days also. For intraday, I would recommend to sell copper around 445.5 with the stop loss of 447.5, and targets would be 442 on the lower side.
Well, that's about copper, but there have been a couple of reports, Renisha. One, of course, coming in from Barclays, which say that zinc prices can gain up by 10% in this current year end. And there also have been some statements from Rusal saying that aluminum, because is seen a bit of a shrinkage in sense of supplies. So you might be looking at spot premiums gaining up for that one as well. Between zinc and aluminum, where do you see more gains?
I would bet on zinc for a long-term perspective, but not on the shorter term. Overall, base metals is a negative sentiment for this quarter. But yes, if we talk about the whole year, I would agree that zinc would outperform, and we could see deficits coming in for this year as compared to last year, where there were some surpluses, and there would be many mines that would close down. So there would be higher deficits that would come in. So fundamentally, yes, zinc is a better bet, and its levels like 120 to 125 should be taken as a buying opportunity for the targets of 145 to 150 if you consider the entire year. But for short term, still sentiment is negative, so I would recommend to sell for next 2-3 days and even for the intraday.
All right, Renisha, I appreciate you joining us with your strategies. We'll let you go at that. So that's the view coming in from Edelweiss. They are buying into precious metals, that is gold and silver for the intraday market, but selling into industrial commodities for crude and base metals. It's a sell call coming in from them. But with that, it's wrap on the FNO show, giving it out to Neeraj and Tanveer then for closing trades.